It says I am live. Hey, everybody. It's me, Christopher, the consumer advocate. I'm back again. I did it. I decided to go live. I've got my tea here. It's what, 8 o'clock in the morning here in New Zealand on a Tuesday. And I had so much fun last time, I thought, I'll just keep going. Okay. So before we get started, though, I would love to know where you are. I've already told you where I am. I'm far away from anything, New Zealand, how far? That's like as far away as you can possibly get. But I would love to know where you are. So if you are watching this live, which I hope you are, just fill out a comment and let me know where you are and how things are going over there. We're going to talk about a really remarkable case that just came across my desk. It's actually over in the Elliott advocacy Facebook group, and I can't believe that this is happening, but I'm going to do my very best to resolve it. Working right now on it, but I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Hey, look at this. Chatters, we've got Kathy in Lakeland, Florida. Hey, Kathy, how are you doing? I love Lakeland, Florida. I used to live in Orlando, like in Winter Springs, which is not that far away from where you are, and fun place. Probably have really nice weather there, much nicer than here. Although today I'm told that things are going to warm up just a little bit, but right now it's freezing cold. It rained last night here. It's feeling very like fall-like in New Zealand. Jerry checking in from Nashville, Tennessee. Jerry without a photo. That's okay, Jerry. I sometimes wish I didn't have a photo either. You just superimpose like a smiling face or something like that. Yeah. And Nicole in Nova Scotia, Canada. Okay, Nova Scotia, you probably have pretty much the same weather that we're having here. Cold and rainy, right? Am I right? Well, maybe not. We have people from all over the place checking in. We've got Luana from Ireland. Luana with no photo. That's okay. Good to have you here. Ireland is like on one of the places that I really wanted to visit for a very long time. And I think I've been to Ireland once maybe in my life, but I've always wanted to see more. I understand it's very friendly. Hey, it's very friendly. People here are really friendly in New Zealand. I'm shocked. Like compared to Australia and New Zealand, people here are very, very friendly. Let's see. Dijon from Houston. Dijon, you were here yesterday. Welcome back. Thank you very much for joining me. Houston, I have come to love Houston very much. It's a place that has, real good Southern hospitality, and the airport isn't so bad either. They're going through like a little bit of a renovation there. I stopped in Houston on my way from Buenos Aires up to where we were going all the way to Doha, Qatar, and then to Australia. And so it wasn't so terrible, but there was some construction going on. Hey, I know you from NYCCCC. Was that your keyboard was stuck there? Michael from Sweden. Hello, Michael. How are you? Wait, it says, Chris, you don't AG. Oh, but I do AG. Yes, I do. Ugh. Every morning I look at myself in the mirror and I go, what happened? I look like my father, minus the beard. Okay, all right. So, wow, we got a lot of people in here. So thank you very much for being here. Live streaming. I didn't even announce that I was going to go live because the last time I did, it was just stupid and I couldn't make it on time. So I just decided, this time I'm going to go live, see what happens. So here we are, and we've got this case that I've been working on, and let me see if I can. Maybe I can do a screen share. I don't know. Oh wait, I got more people who want to say hi. Okay, let's all say hi. Steve from Cabo del San Jose. Steve, your name looks awfully familiar. I think you've been in before. Yeah, I think you have. You probably have really good weather in San Jose. What's Cabo del San Jose? I've never been down there. Tell me what it's like. I'd love to know. And David actually has a question. Okay, we'll do a question. Why not? Is it better to purchase a plane hotel via a third party or directly from a company? Oh, oh God. Okay. Um, we have had a lot of cases recently involving people who purchased from a third party like an Expedia or a Booking.com and got themselves into a lot of trouble. And the reason why is that a lot of times, especially on Booking.com, we found that they will actually outsource to to a third party or even to a fourth party, and then things will get really screwed up if the ticket. Normally, everything goes fine, but sometimes if a ticket changes or if there's a cancellation, then they have to go through those parties to get things fixed. So my advice is always shop around. So if you are looking for a good airline ticket or a hotel room, yeah, definitely go to a place like Booking.com or Expedia and look up whatever the options are. You might find something really good there. But then when you want to actually book the room or book the airline ticket, my advice is to go directly to the company. And the reason why is then you have a direct relationship with the company. If something goes wrong, the company will take care of you. Now, the exception to that rule is human travel agents. If you are dealing with not a vending machine, you're dealing with a human agent who's going to be there for you. Yes, it's definitely worth not only going through an agent, but also paying the extra fee. Because if it's a good agent, and it's a big if, there are some agents out there who are not that good. There are a lot of very good agents, though, out there. I recommend working with one of those. And then if something does go wrong, the agent will take care of you. But working through at one of these third parties, fourth parties, fifth parties, sixth parties, not a very good idea. Does that answer your question? I don't know if I'm scrolling down to see. David, does that answer your question? I hope it does. Okay. So on to this other thing that I wanted to talk about today, and this is actually yes. Okay. Thank you, Michael. Thanks for letting me know. Let's see if I can share my screen. Oh man, there we go again. I have way too many tabs open. Okay, I'll read this to you because it's much easier than trying to, screen sharing when you're doing live streaming is much easier when you actually have a second screen. And I'm working on a laptop here in a rental, like I'm in an Airbnb rental in Christchurch, and I don't have a huge desk or anything like that. So probably better to just not do the screen share. Okay, so what we have here is, we got to get over to my screen now. Okay, a question from Brianna. She says, "Hi all, I'm attending the Taylor Swift concert in Philadelphia next week, and I'd used points to book 3 nights from May 11th through 14th at the Radisson Hotel, Philadelphia. The front desk manager emailed me on Friday afternoon, that's this last Friday afternoon, saying my reservation had been canceled. With it being so close to the concert, all the nearby hotels are either sold out or incredibly expensive. It's the Taylor Swift effect. I called the front desk manager on Friday, but was told that she was out of the office. When I called this morning and was transferred to her, she did not pick up. I left a message, but I still have not heard back. I replied to her email as well. Is there anything else that I can do?" Well, if you are watching and it's live, I would like to know what you think that Brianna can do. So let me know what your advice would be from wherever you are in the world. We have like Cyprus. Oh my gosh. Konstantinos. Hello from Cyprus. Cyprus is easily one of my favorite destinations in the world. You have really, really good coffee there. I love the coffee, and tahina pita. You cannot find tahina pita anywhere else in the world like you can. I don't think exists anywhere else in the world as you can in like Nicosia. There's a couple of really good places in Nicosia. And just for the rest of you to explain what tahina pita is, it is a delicious cinnamon roll that's made with tahini. And it is absolutely the best. There's nothing quite like tahina pita on like a Sunday morning in Nicosia. Go get a tahina pita and a coffee. It's the best. Okay. Wow, we got a lot of people saying hi. Hi back. And okay, tweet at them. Social media. Okay, well, okay, Sassy. Is your keyboard stuck? Because you got media. That happens to me all the time. Sometimes I don't even get stuck. I just hold it down to emphasize my point. Definitely tweet out Radisson now. An important thing to know is that Radisson Hotels America is not independently owned. It's actually Choice Hotels owns Radisson Hotels. So there's got a little bit of a, and it's also confusing because Radisson in the rest of the world is owned by a different company. Very confusing. So yes, Constantinos, go have a tahina pita for me, my friend. Tahina pitas are the best. Oh, we got someone else, Jeff from Tropea. Buenos Aires. I don't even know where Tropea is. And I'm supposed to be a travel guy. I have no idea where that is. Okay. You're just excited. I'm excited to be here too with you too. You know, and I haven't even had caffeine. I will say this is actually raspberry tea, not caffeinated. So, and I'm trying to resist going back to that place in Christchurch, right on the corner there by the food market. There's like the Riverside Market. There's a Japanese place that does probably the best coffee that I've had in Christchurch. And the standard is 3 shots of espresso. It's really good. And boy, when I'm on that and I'm doing live stream, watch out. Okay. Oh, yes. Tropea is in southern Italy. Thanks, Jeff. Southern Italy, another place that's on my list. Did anyone watch, what was that show, White Lotus? They did it from Sicily the last time, where they had bodies floating in the water. Anyway, okay. Back to this issue of tweeting out the hotel. Good idea. You just have to make sure that you're using the right account because there's so many Radissons and it gets kind of confusing. But I would say yes. I mean, social media shaming does work. You just have to be very careful about how you do it. You don't want to use expletives or even all uppercase because it looks like you're yelling. And you want to always, when the company wants to switch to DMing, let them do that. Let them try to figure out a way of helping you before you really, go all out nuclear. But if you do go all out nuclear, make sure that you got your story together and you can share it with anyone like a media outlet, excuse me, that can then go and pass the message along and maybe advocate for you. But yeah, definitely. That's a good idea. David wants to know, isn't paying with points the same as cash? It is. It is. I mean, that's the thing is that it's not now. I've talked to hotels. Sometimes the hotel will actually get compensated with cash. They have a very complicated way of doing that. But look, it's a room you paid for. That's the bottom line. And so if you do have certain rights, the irony, of course, here is that you're using points to pay, which means that you're a frequent customer. And so what they're doing here, what the Radisson is doing, is they're kicking out a good, loyal customer because Taylor Swift is in town, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this, and they can get more money for the room. So just when your loyal customers are there for you through thick and thin, when things are not well and when things are well, they're giving you their business. And now they want something from you, during a weekend of high occupancy, and you're saying, nah, you know what, you're not that important. I'm gonna take the room off, put it back on the market, and see if I can sell it to the highest bidder. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Another Facebook user, and by the way, the reason it says Facebook user is I think you're coming in from one of the groups, and it won't allow you to do the whole name thing. So anyway, whoever you are, you want to know if there's a booking contract. Yes, a booking is a contract. So you should be able to then go back and say, look, you violated my contract. Now, what I was going to say though about this is that when a hotel runs out of rooms, so the hotel may come back and say, we don't have the rooms. We had a block of rooms that we sold and we oversold the hotel. So what you would do then is you would say, look, we're going to walk you to a competitor. So they would then walk you to a different hotel and they would pay for your first room, for your first room night. And that's very common. It's actually a hotel industry standard practice. Just an outright cancellation is very, very unusual. So I am not happy about this at all. And I will tell you, does anyone else have do you have any thoughts on what you would tell this customer? Because I could definitely pass that along, and I would like to do that if I can. Okay. So what I've done is this morning I reached out to Radisson. I had a little bit of a hard time finding the right person to reach out to Radisson because of all the changes. Has been that acquisition in the last year. And I said, look, here we have the situation. I had more details from Brianna because she had also emailed me separately. And I said, are you sure that you want to be doing this? Hopefully, it's just a misunderstanding. And yeah, Jeff, thank you, and thank you for being on the live stream. I just started live streaming about a week ago, and I'm kind of just getting my sea legs here. I really, really appreciate your support. Being here when I do go live, it means so much to me. I feel very supported, and I don't want to get all mushy on you here, but sometimes when I look at the little eyeball icon on the side of my screen and I don't see that many people in there, I think, oh no, no one loves me. But when I get comments like yours, I feel like, thank you, someone does love me. Anyway, so back to this case that we're dealing with right now. Let me see if I can just I have seen this before, and it is probably one of the most low down dirty things that a hotel can do. Is they will impose, for example, different terms on the hotel room. So you have to maybe book a 1 week minimum or a one weekend minimum when there's a big event in town. I kind of understand that. But then some hotels will say, oh, we ran out of rooms or we're overbooked. Sorry, here's your money back, or we're going to just cancel your room. And now when they do that, the ridiculous thing is that they will sometimes wait until a few days before, and they'll say, yeah, we can't handle we're not going to be able to take your business, so go somewhere else. And so Brianna is in a really, really difficult position now because she's probably going to have to get a hotel room in Newark to go see Taylor Swift. I mean, I'm kidding. Newark is kind of far away, but seriously, this is terrible. And Radisson should really have not done this to her. So I have reached out to Radisson to ask if they, can maybe help her. They don't have to put her up in that hotel. I mean, there's no rule that says you have to, but maybe in a comparable hotel close by so that she can get to her Taylor Swift concert and all will be well. But I will be following this case very, very, very closely, obviously, because I don't like it when people get screwed, obviously, because that's the line of work I'm in. Related question, which we had came in a couple of emails actually that have come in recently, is how do you get a company to respond to you when it's giving you the silent treatment? And I refer specifically to our good friends at Vantage Travel. Vantage Travel, I'm getting a little tired of telling this story. It just keeps getting worse though. Our friends at Vantage decided 2 weeks ago that they were going to go completely offline. They say that they had a ransomware attack. There's no way of confirming that even, but we do know that their site went down. They stopped answering their phones. They canceled some cruises. Vantage is a luxury cruise tour operator, operates in the United States and Europe and Asia Pacific. And anyway, it left a lot of people wondering what was going on. The thing that really got me about the whole situation was that Vantage didn't even bother responding to me, even though it reached out to me when I said, I've got some questions about what's going on. It reached out and said, oh yeah, everything is fine. And then it stopped responding. So how do you get a company to respond when it won't talk to you? We had a few comments here earlier about social media, but if you're watching this right now live, leave a comment and I will include it in my sage advice for everyone on how to get a company's attention. We already had someone talk about social media and social media shaming. I wonder though, which social medium, if that's even a word, media, is the best for getting a company's attention? Is Twitter still a good way of getting a company's attention? Because, after the whole Elon Musk thing, I don't know. Are companies even still paying attention to Twitter? Some say they're not even paying attention to Twitter anymore. Some have left Twitter. Then you have Facebook, which is, there are lots of companies who have Facebook presences. There are lots of companies that pay Facebook lots of money to be on Facebook. Is that a good way of getting their attention? I do know that, unfortunately, when you leave a message for a company in Facebook, that it will often redirect you to a different place, like to direct message, and then it will erase your comment on its page. It may even ban you because it doesn't want negative comments appearing on its site. So is that a good way of getting attention? We have some comments. We have, yes, yeah. And you know what? This time you figured out how to do your keyboard. Good for you. Twitter is best for fast action. Facebook is dying, and brands don't always check DMs on IG. Oh, interesting. So you think Facebook is dying? Ironic, since we are also streaming on Facebook. But I'm streaming on not just Facebook, but Twitter, and I'm streaming on a couple of platforms here. Where else am I going out on? I can even look. 3 Facebooks, LinkedIn. Oh yeah, LinkedIn is actually really great for reaching more of a global audience. So good to know about Facebook. Let's see here. I heard from someone today who further validated that contracted staff have not been paid. Oh, okay. This is back to, we're just kind of flipping around here. This is about the Vantage situation. And I'm told accounts for a lot of the trip cancellations and itinerary changes, tour changes while on the trip. That person will hopefully reach out to you to validate this. Well, okay. I look forward to being validated. I think just being here validates all of us. I feel very validated, but maybe in a different way. I am not letting go of the story. I will follow these guys to the ends of the earth. And hopefully they'll be able to pull out of this tailspin that they find themselves in. But really, what they should do is pay everyone back like they promised. And unfortunately, right now, people are waiting and have been waiting for months for refunds. I didn't mention that before, but yes, one of the big problems right now with Vantage Travel, it's not just the canceled trips that are in the future, but it's also people who maybe had a cancellation during the pandemic and they're waiting for their money back, and Vantage keeps saying, oh yeah, we're working on it, but they're not. There's no money being paid out, so are they working on it? I don't know. Okay, yes, very good, David. Remember to use hashtags on social. Yeah, if something really terrible is happening and there's a trending hashtag, definitely use the trending hashtag for sure. He also would like to know, sir, if YouTube is a good way of getting a company's attention. It definitely is. I have seen videos. Remember United Breaks Guitars? That was like the ultimate YouTube call out. This happened maybe 10 years ago by a Canadian country band, very talented guys. And you just got to look up Google United Breaks Guitars. It's a really cool video, but basically they checked their guitars in and they got broken or lost. I think they got broken and lost. Heidi says she's coming in from Kalispell, Montana. What a cool place Kalispell is. I love Montana. It reminds me so much of Europe with the mountains and the snow-capped mountains and the skiing and like the alpine thing that they've got going on there. Love Montana. Facebook user says, thank you for not letting it go. You're welcome. I'm not letting it go. So sad they're holding on to so much money from clients, vendors, and contracted staff, and they're continuing to sell cruises. Yeah, that's the thing is I've gotten photos from people from their mailboxes saying, I just got another brochure from Vantage Travel. The responsible thing to do when a company hits a rough spot like this is to maybe suspend the sales for a little while. Don't sell something that maybe you won't be able to fulfill. But no, from what I know and from what I've seen, Vantage continues to very aggressively send out brochures, which is deeply problematic, if you ask me. Deeply problematic. All right, Ceci's back with a comment. She says, I'm on LinkedIn. I work for a hotel chain. I know you did. I know you did. For 10 years and can confirm Facebook messages are often automated and monitored for negative. Okay, good to know. Yes, I know that there's an option, because I run a Facebook page, there's an option for you to automate a response. So what you're saying is that it monitors it for negative comments, and then if they do find a negative comment, then they will, maybe have a person respond, or maybe send a bad chatbot after them. I don't know. Twitter. So Twitter is still the thing. Okay, that's good to know. That's very good to know. More intrigue from Vantage. Vantage blocks Twitter comments. They used to block Facebook comments too, yet for a couple of days, they did allow comments. They blocked because of so many negative posts. Gee, I wonder why. Yeah. So in my experience, you want to obviously give a company, when you're trying to reach a company, you want to give them every opportunity to respond through normal channels. So, and I can't make this recommendation for Vantage because its site has been down and you can't really get through. I mean, I've had some trouble getting through the last couple of days just accessing the website. But if you give the company ample opportunity to respond through normal channels and create a paper trail, so create like an email trail that you can keep. You don't want to do it by phone, otherwise you have no evidence that you've contacted the company. That's your first step. But one of the second steps, or one of the next steps, there's a lot of steps in what people call the Elliott method. But one of the steps obviously is going to be an appeal, and you can appeal to social media. And if you are on social media, you want to make sure that you have all your ducks lined up, so you have your entire paper trail, so that when someone does reach back out to you and says, oh, I'm very sorry, what's your booking number? That you can then say, here it is, and here's all the correspondence, and then you can get some help. But yes, ways to get a company's attention. What I have found is that, yes, even now with the whole Elon Musk problem, Twitter is still a very good way of reaching a company. Facebook, you do get kind of lost in the shuffle because there's a lot of people on Facebook too. And then there are other methods, little methods like using hashtags. People will respond to hashtags, especially if there's one hashtag that the company is very closely monitoring, like American Airlines. Hashtag American Airlines sucks. Not that that exists right now, but if it did, I'm sure they would have a big screen at their headquarters monitoring that hashtag, because they would want to immediately nip that one in the bud. There are also approaches that you can use on social media that are more productive than others. One of the least effective ones is the all uppercase and swearing. Some places, some companies will have a filter that will filter out any profanities, or the social media platform will also will filter that out, so your message won't even get through. And I have actually had emails that did not get through to me. I went and checked my spam filter because someone either did an all uppercase or used profanity. So be really, really careful about that. It's always better to approach a company kind of gently and non-confrontationally, and then save the big guns for later. The big guns being, I have a paper trail, or here I have photos of what happened to me when I was staying at your vacation rental. David, oh yes, says it's bedtime here in Sweden. All right, David, enjoy. Yeah, I know it's 8:49 in the morning here in New Zealand on Tuesday. So I think it's still Monday where you are. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Just letting you know that I and others who comment only show up as Facebook user. However, we can see our names. I don't know how to fix this. Yes, there is a way to fix it. If you're logging in from one of the other Facebook groups, there's a way, and I'll send a comment that shows that you have to authorize your name to be used, I think, on these. So that's why it is. That's the way why that happens. Okay, well, I think I've had enough for today. We had other things to talk about, but I think we're going to try to save the world for Brianna here. How does that sound? And I had so much fun talking to you. Now, if you have any other questions that you'd want to send along, my email address is here. I'll post that for you. Where's that? Oh, actually, it's not even. It's in. Huh. Yeah. Okay. That is new software I'm dealing with. Anyway, it's at elliottc@gmail.com. I'm just going to give it to you right now. And it's pretty easy to find me online. If you just go to elliott.org, you can find all that. Yeah, there it is. I love hearing from you, and I love the fact that you've joined me here today. This is so cool. I am going to continue doing this until I have nothing left to talk about, which may be a while. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day. And don't forget to email me if you've got any problems. I'm always here for you. Always enjoy helping. And we're gonna help Brianna. I'll have an update on her situation tomorrow. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.